Hey guys, welcome back to the TohirT channel. Tahir is here. I hope you had a fantastic week. In today's video, we are talking about embracing a change and embracing the evolution of yourself or the project that you're working on. And I'm gonna use the example, the video game, the cult phenomena that you've either played or heard of.
This is one of those viral games that is literally sucking productivity out of schools, out of workplaces, and you can forget trying to have a conversation at home.
Yes, we're talking about Fortnite. The history of this game will surprise you. Give it a chance. And it will inspire you whether you're working on your small business, whether you're working on your consulting gig, maybe you're in a full-time job in a corporate environment and you're trying to rejuvenate your career, or maybe you're just working on a hobby, on a project like this one, like my YouTube channel. In either case, without further ado, let's do this.
Hey, we got some good stuff, man!
Before we take a look how the evolution of this video game applies to you, let's take a quick detour and revisit the history of this video game. And no, you do not need to know much about video games, the video game industry, or you don't even need to play video games to appreciate the journey that Fortnite took from point A to where it is right now. This game was created by a studio in North Carolina, Epic Games. Their claim to fame for old school gamers is the Unreal Tournament, the very speedy and twitchy shooter. For the younger generation, it is Gears of War, the exclusive on the Xbox. And for the industry connoisseurs, they're well famous for developing Unreal Engine. The engine, the software that allows other game studios to create video games. What I'm trying to say, these guys know the industry in and out from all the directions. And funny enough, Fortnite was not at its inception a video game. It was just a fun project. They would do those jams, the development jams where different teams can create their own projects and present it to the rest of the team. A small group of associates came up with this concept. They combined two popular video game genres, the shooter, like a Call of Duty, or Gears of War that was internally developed, and the building, like a Minecraft. They combined them together, they created this small concept, they presented it to the team enjoyed it, and they kept noodling on the idea. And as Epic committed more and more resources, the genre changed. They made it more of a dynamic cooperative game. On top of that, they changed the gritty realistic visuals with more of a cartoonish style.
It was very foggy, it was very gray, something in the vein of like Resident Evil. When we decided that we were going to do the more cartoony art style, some of the company didn't get it at first.
And at this point already, you can see how this game started off as a concept and slowly started going through its first evolution from just a basic idea of a few people to something that can become the next big project within Epic Games.
Hey, we got some good stuff, man!
The next time I heard about Fortnite was at one of the biggest conventions in the industry. The gameplay and the style looked interesting, the crowd was really excited, yet it took a few more months before we actually had a chance to play it. And once people did, the reception was okay. It wasn't the runaway hit, yet within a couple of months they did gain about 1 million of players constantly revisiting this game, yet it was not the kind of success that Epic Games was striving to achieve, so they continued their search for the next step in evolution of this video game. At the same time, on the other side of the world, a young entrepreneur, a software engineer, a game development enthusiast, Sergey Galonkin, came up with this concept of the market research tool as his hobby, which would allow other companies to explore the sales of video games in one of the major marketplaces, the Steam. I will not go into the full details of Steam Spy and how it came up to be. Sergey Galonkin did a great interview with my man Daniel Dwyer, the author of Noclip, so go check out the Noclip podcast, I'll link it in the description below. It's a very fascinating story that's worth revisiting. Sergey's role in this story fully starts to take its shape as he continued to explore and learn more about the video games industry. He observed a very interesting trend. The games like PlayerUnknown's Battleground, more commonly referred to as PUBG, and its spiritual predecessor, Arma 2 mod, created its own new runaway success of a genre called Battle Royale. If you've never heard about Battle Royale, think about it. Hunger Games. Think about Hunger Games, the whole concept of them going through that, kill each other in the dome kind of mode. But imagine that that dome slowly closes in and brings those few remaining survivors closer into each other's hands. That's essentially what Battle Royale gameplay style is. As Sergey started observing this rising trend of Battle Royale games, in comes a dramatic turn of events. His tool, Steam Spy, was virtually shut down by the company whose data he used to feed his market research capabilities. And at this point, what could have been it, what could have been the end of the story, he could have just put things down and continued working on other video games, an interesting turn of events happens again. He gets hired by Epic Games.
Hey, we got some good stuff, man!
Now what happens when you mix a very experienced video game developer, Epic Games, a video game that is promising yet searching for its next step in evolution, Fortnite, and a very talented and knowledgeable game developer who is very familiar with the recent market trends? You get the following. From that point on, it's history. The game amassed close to 125 million players from all over the world. They've been released on any kind of platform, from cell phones to tablets to smaller consoles like Switch to Xboxes, PS4s and PCs. It is estimated to have gained over $2.4 billion US dollars in revenue last year alone. And I'm on purpose ignoring some of the other things that are going on around this video game. People like to debate the influence of this game. They love to discuss whether this game is addictive and how it affects the younger generation. Obviously, because of the cultural phenomena, we've all, I'm sure, seen or at least heard that Drake, one of the major NFL players, as well as another rapper, Travis Scott, plus Ninja, played this game and broke all the records for the online streaming on Twitch. And of course, you probably heard about Ninja. This dude is all over the place. His story been told and retold multiple times. It probably deserves another video. I want to skip all of that. I want us now to transition and talk about why would you care about how that game evolved twice and became a runaway success, and why it is applicable to your story.
Hey, we got some good stuff, man!
Fortnite went through two distinct stages of its evolution. It is important to recognize. Not that many people, companies, organizations, or even countries hit their stride with the first step. You might be a student sitting right now studying something that you think will remain your passion for the rest of your life, yet 2 years in, another passion will take its place. As human beings, we evolve. We always do. We own evolution, our friend. The fact that we jumped down from the trees of what is now part of Africa and became who we are, the Homo sapiens, and will continue to evolve. We all do. You might be self-entrepreneur, you might be a small business owner, you might be working in a cubicle in a corporate job, or you're working on a passion project, creative passion project like this one. Every single one of those have their own path through the evolution. Right now, as you're working on something, this is just a step. You've evolved on your way here, and you will continue evolving further. So there's no reason to latch on what you have right now.
Hey, we got some good stuff, man!
From this entire video of a lot of information that you probably didn't even need in your life, you have to retain the following. You should accept the change. The change is the constant. The change is the only thing that is guaranteed. We all go through it, we all evolve. What you have right now, whether it's good or bad, will change. It will require you to evolve yourself into a completely new you somewhere down the line. I hear a lot of people struggle with this. A lot of people are concerned, and it's normal. Fear of change is normal. You should accept it as a given, because we don't know what will happen beyond that curve, what will happen once we cross that horizon. What I take from life as I go through my own evolution, through my own changes, is that there is no way you can control what's going to happen further down the line. All you can control is how you approach it and your mental state. You have to, A, stay true to yourself and work hard. The hard work will always help you develop. And number 2, do not worry about something that you cannot fully control. You can control right now. You can control what you will do to set yourself up for whatever situation you're going to face in the future. What you cannot control is what that situation might end up being. So why worry about it? So accept the change, evolve your profession, evolve your life, evolve who you are as a person. Change is the only thing that always will be with us as we go through this world.
Hey, we got some good stuff, man!
Fortnite was not an overnight success. It took a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and you know what? Some people might argue that it took too long, but I bet you $2.4 billion that it took exactly what it needed. As for you, my dear viewer, remember that the only thing that is guaranteed to you is the change. And keep pushing and keep working hard. Who knows? The 2.4 billion or whatever else you're working on might be just around the corner. All you have to do is be persistent. Does this change your opinion about Fortnite? Do you know of examples when change is not necessarily a good thing? And what are other examples of projects, products, maybe companies that you know of that started somewhere else but now are considered an overnight success in their own new evolution stage? Share the names and the links in the section below. This is all that I have for you guys this week. A little bit of video games, a little bit of interesting learning experience. All I have to say is thank you very much for stopping by. If you're new to this channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and check out the videos in the backlog. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for stopping by. As always, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this video, and I will see you all next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, on this very channel. Closing remarks on a completely unrelated topic. I was yesterday at the New York Auto Show. Tens of thousands of people just walking around from all over the world. I sit in one of the cars to check them out, and that would have to be the car where there is another guy just getting in it and we're both wearing the same shirt. This is not even a popular t-shirt. Like, how can this kind of a thing happen? That's crazy. Yeah, again, as I said, completely unrelated topic, but I just wanted to share it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.